want to talk about another series that's near and dear to my heart. A manga that I technically didn't start out before the anime. This manga actually fell into my toxic trait of me like seeing a series and then immediately hopping to the manga and like never going back to the anime. I touched back on the anime a couple of times, but I seen an episode, immediately fell in love with it, and I just did not want to wait to the next season, so I started reading. Let me see where we at. Boom. Whoops. This one right here. Manga of the month goes to My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is one of my most favorite series. I know a lot of people give it a lot of slack. You know what I'm saying? The fandom is not the best, but like I don't worry about none of that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with me. I enjoy these kids out here, trying to be the number one hero and, just be good citizens out here. If you don't know about this series, it is just as I said, it follows this class of young wannabe heroes in their journey to graduating hero high school and being out there in the world and kicking butt. You know what I'm saying? But where there's always young budding heroes trying to do good, there's also young budding villains that just want to see the world burn. So follows our main character Deku, and it basically follows him from beginning to he's in middle school, from middle school, getting into the high school class, taking the exams to get in, meeting all his friends, coming up with his friends, and just kind of being blindsided by all the events. There's only so much I can say without spoiling too much. Like, there's a lot of character development, there's a lot of twists, there's a lot of turns, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I watched the anime first before I hopped onto the manga. But this one is super duper special to me. I think at episode 4, I immediately threw it in the top 10. Like, it was hype to me. Let me put that out there. To me, a lot of people say this is pretty standard. You know what I'm saying? But like, I watched it. Homeboy was flying up in the air, and next thing you know, he's punching robots. Trying to save one of his like fellow test takers, and I'm just in the room just throwing shit around because like I was excited. I was excited for the dude. He didn't know what he was doing. He can't control his powers, but like, here he is flying in the air, doing hero shit, and he has no idea what he's doing. So I don't know. To me, it hit super duper hard. I definitely got a few favorite characters. I definitely got some favorite villains. There's some favorite moments in there. Big shout out to All Might. I know I've actually worn the t-shirt here a couple of times. If we're gonna talk about favorite characters, All Might. If you know, the Japan's and damn near the world's number one hero. It's my boy. That's my guy right there. But yeah, I mean, there's only so much I can really say about this series. Story's not super duper hard to follow. It's pretty straightforward. Got some kids trying to learn to be proper heroes, and then you got some villains running around fucking shit up. And the kids called to action to fight and whoop ass. So like, that's it. Like, if you want a cool shonen with like a whole bunch of lovable characters. It gets pretty grimy. It gets a little grimy, so it's not all like, I'm not gonna say sunshine and rainbows, but like folks be getting hurt. folks be getting hurt. Folks do be like not popping up no more, if you know what I mean. There is definitely conflict. There's conflict throughout this whole thing. So like, I mean, it's a shonen. It's a shonen. It's a true blue shonen, like textbook shonen. Maybe I'm gonna stream. Maybe you're gonna stream the show, or maybe you're gonna hop on stream yourself. Oh wait, if you stream on Twitch, I can give you a shout out. But yeah, man, Manga of the Month. This has definitely been one of the favorites. The reason why I've chosen this to be Manga of the Month is because literally next week, the final chapter for this show, for this manga, will be released, and then this story will officially be over. So I think in recent memory, technically Attack on Titan was the first that I went back and read all the way through before finishing the anime. I think Attack on Titan is when that toxic trait like built up. I started watching the anime and I was just like, fuck this, I gotta go read the manga. And then A Promised Neverland solidified it, that I just knew I had this toxic trait and it was gonna be a problem. And then next thing you know, I started reading like a whole bunch. Man, my manga list is starting to be just as bad as my anime watch list. So, but if you're looking for a fun read, a bunch of different, lovable characters that, they're holding their own, some cool fight scenes, dope character development, dope character designs, you know what I'm saying? Nobody looks the same. You're never gonna see the same thing twice. A slew of like superpowers and stuff that you wouldn't even think about, or different ways that they're being used. It's a lot going on. It's a cool story. The origin stories, the backstories, the memories to some of the other characters and like the teachers and stuff. They touch a little bit on everything. They don't go super duper in depth, but somebody might, there's some conflicts in there that you got to go back and see why these people are important into these, in these people's lives, and they expound on that a little bit. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia, All Might. It's been a journey. I appreciate those boys out there that producing the show, that made the story, that drew out the manga, the translators. This has been a fun one, and this one immediately became like near and dear to my heart. So as sad as I am to see it go, I'm super duper happy that it got as big as it did, and I was able to enjoy it in all its entirety. You know what I'm saying? The movie is coming out, I think, in December. Like I said, the manga's ending next week, and then the anime is in its final, I don't think final season, but it's definitely in its final arc. So after that, they said there's a rumor. Now there's a rumor that the spin-off My Hero Academia Vigilantes is supposedly supposed to be getting animated. That's the rumor. That's the rumor in the rumor reel right now. My Hero Academia Vigilantes is basically the same story, but instead of following class 1A, the class with the main characters and such, they're following a bunch of low budget I just want to say a bunch of low budget heroes that are kind of like, I want to say fake, Batman. They're vigilantes. They don't, follow particular rules or kind of do stuff, on their own terms the best way they can. So, something to look out for, something to keep our eye on. I started collecting the physical copies. I haven't read it yet, but I heard it's pretty good. So we'll see. That's something that we're gonna keep our eye on for sure in the future. But yeah. Meantime, between time, Manga of the Month. It's My Hero Academia. Definitely one of my favorite animes of all time. Top 10, top 15, maybe. All I know is it hit hard with your boy. It hit super hard with your boy. And like I said, happy to see the success that it's gotten. This has been a fun ride for sure. Definitely one I'll be telling my kids about whenever that time comes. And if you haven't checked it out, I hope you check it out as well. So that is Manga of the Month. What you got?